Greetings, Taurus and Taurus rising. This is your Western forecast for November 2024. The new moon is on November the 1st in the sign of Scorpio, and it's going to be impacting you for 4 weeks until the next new moon, and which will be in Sagittarius. The full Scorpio, new moon in Scorpio, really pulls us into a lot of deep emotional depth, but this, an introspection and transformation on a psychological level. But this new moon is in Scorpio, opposite Taurus. Opposite always deals with marriage, the significant other, partnerships, contracts. So there's going to be a major emphasis on the other for the whole month. And the new moon is in passionate, intense Scorpio, all or nothing Scorpio, but it's trining or in harmony with stabilizing pragmatic Saturn. So this is a very favorable overall cycle for working on longevity, building, grounding, and stabilizing all types of partnerships and contracts. 2 weeks after a new moon is a full moon. The full moon is when you get to see what's coming to light. What the new moon is where your intention was on partnerships and contracts. The full moon 2 weeks later, get to see what's working and not working. But this full moon will be in Taurus on November the 15th. And so it's putting a real spotlight on your leadership and your sense of independence, aligned with liberating progressive Uranus. So whatever negotiation, contracts, or personal relationships, 2 weeks later, around the 15th, that full moon with Uranus is going to be this sudden excitement, this sudden breakthrough. Now, Mars is going to be in Leo for 2 months, starting November the 3rd. Communication, decision-making Mercury will go into Sagittarius and be November the 2nd and be there for 2 months. That is because on November the 25th, Mercury is going to go retrograde. And for Mars, it retrogrades every 2 years, and it's retrograding December the 6th. So it's keeping Mercury and Mars much longer in a particular area of the chart. So before I break all that down, if you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. And if you go into the description box underneath the video, you'll find a direct link to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer. All right, Mercury, the messenger god, the planet of communications and information. Sometimes it could be very restless, triggering a lot of nervous energy. That's Mercury. Mercury will be in Sagittarius starting November the 2nd for 2 months. It's usually there for 3 weeks to 4 weeks, but that's because November the 25th, now Mercury will go retrograde. And you've all heard till December the 12th, and you've heard the mantra with every astrologer that when Mercury is in retrograde, it's a time of rethinking, revising, re-editing. There could be misinformation, miscommunication, so you have to be very careful and mindful of what you are communicating, what you're deciding upon. Anyhow, Mercury will be in Sagittarius, and for that November, December. Sagittarius is 8 signs past Taurus. So What is on your mind? What are you thinking about? What are you curious about? Is 8th house matters. I look at the 8th house as it's a powerful sector of the chart because it's naturally ruled by Scorpio, because Scorpio is the 8th sign of the zodiac. So there's two main themes that 8th house is being stirred up. Your financial obligations, taxes, insurance, financial settlements, your debts, etc. All these financial matters. But there's an even deeper psychological side of the 8th house because it's the sector of transformation, death and rebirth. And so astrology, psychology, or the occult, that all falls under the domain of the 8th house. And with Mercury there, this is what you could be really curious about, learning, psychology, astrology. But when it comes to financial matters, that Mercury could be very favorable for negotiations, but hold off after Mercury goes retrograde, because there could be these misunderstandings and miscommunications with your financial responsibilities. Mars is the warrior planet. Mars is athletic, aggressive, assertive, ambitious. Mars is going retrograde once every 2 years, December the 6th through February the 23rd, long time. But Mars is going to retrograde in Leo, but it's going to enter into the sign of Leo November the 3rd. And then it's going to retrograde December the 6th, but it's still going to be in the sign of Leo as it's retrograding until January the 6th. So when Mars, restless, ambitious, fiery Mars, is in Leo, Leo is 4 signs past Taurus. The 4th house sector is home and family and real estate. With Mars, you could be doing a lot of home repairs, or if there's taking a risk with investing in real estate. If it deals with family matters, and with Mars, there may be a lot of activity or a lot of anxiousness and stress energies. And as I always like to talk about, when Mars is in the emotional family 4th and you're feeling fighting, irritability, resentments coming up with the Mars, channel the Mars energy out of your emotional body and do house repairs, clean up the backyard, clean out the garage, the closets. Keep really active, channeling all that ambitious, assertive energies with 4th house matters. You know, anything that deals with the home and the land. Now, Mars in the 4th, you could be really motivated about real estate matters, unless you're doing a remodeling. Now, anything with buying or selling real estate or starting construction or repairs on your home, don't do it don't set it up when Mars is retrograde December the 6th till February 23rd. Because it may not be a disastrous kiss of death, but with whatever repairs or construction, it might be over budgeted. It may be delayed, and then everything could very well just work out. It's just more expensive or more frustrating and more delayed. But you want to get anything with moving, construction, investing, you'd like to get it going in December. I mean, before that's December when Mars goes retrograde. In November, and especially with negotiating, planning Mercury in the 8th house. because the 8th house deals with banking, loans, mortgages, joint ventures, and the new moon in the 7th in harmony with stabilizing pragmatic Saturn. You could be going into a business partnership, negotiating a business contract with that around the issues of real estate. Now, the sun is in Scorpio the first 21 days, and then it goes into Sagittarius. Now, when it goes into Sagittarius, that's 8 signs past Taurus. But the new moon in Scorpio continues for 4 weeks. It's the dominant theme, much more focus on the partnerships, contracts, negotiations. But then when the sun goes into Sag on November the 21st, and it's going to be there for 4 weeks, now it's bringing in more of an interest with 8th house matters. That could be dealing with finance and loans and mortgages and joint ventures, going in with these contracts or partnerships, with ambitious, assertive Mars in the 4th house. Now, Jupiter is a 12-year cycle, but I talk about this usually each month. Jupiter, at the very end of May 2024, went into Gemini, which is the second sign past Taurus. So it's the second area of personal income. Jupiter brings opportunity and growth. And Jupiter will be there into early June 2025. Overall, Jupiter brings opportunities for increasing your income, for being much more fortunate with opportunities to make money. But Jupiter is retrograde, which I talked about in last month's, because it retrograded in the first part of October. So all of November, Jupiter is retrograde in your second house of income. So any type of investing or with real estate, or setting, or negotiating contracts with contractors, home repairs, etc. That Jupiter in retrograde could also indicate where this could become more expensive, and because of that retrograde, things could be more delayed. The other big thing is Venus is the ruler of Taurus. The ruling planet, Mars rules Aries, Mercury rules Gemini, etc. Venus is the ruler of Taurus. The ruling planet has a lot to describing your life purpose, what's really important to you. And it was in Sagittarius the first 11 days, very favorable for all these negotiating favorably financial matters. But on November the 11th, benefic Venus leaves Sagittarius and goes into Capricorn November the 11th through December the 6th. Capricorn is an earth sign compatible with Taurus, an earth sign. And Capricorn is 9 signs past Taurus. And the 9th, so with the Venus, you're bringing in all this desire and benefic energy. The first thing I think about with Venus is pleasure, is romance, is even what you really enjoy. And you bring that into the 9th house sector. The 9th house can be long distance traveling. So this is very favorable for a long distance foreign pleasure trip. 9th house can be dealing with foreign matters. The 9th house could also be dealing with marketing and publishing, and that Venus can just bring in all of that benefic energy, the power of attraction, so attracting very fortunate marketing, publishing opportunities. So, Taurus and Taurus rising. I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.go. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.